Hello and welcome back to Fandom Fridays, where we proceed to check out all the fanfics that are not pony related. And I am sorry for not doing what I was thinking about doing this week and doing the other part of 3 News Senshi. Kind of got a little squandered and a little busy with the house cleanup and such. But I promise you, I will try my best to bring out 3 News Senshi next week. So what is this week? Oh, I was searching the net and I was rewatching some old Captain N episodes. Mainly because I hate my life and I hate society. And it got me to thinking, we've been doing a lot of Samus fics lately, and there's one Captain N fic that I remember from my past that I would really like to share with you. It's called What If Samus Was There? And I was trying to remember if I could actually find it on fanfiction.net, and oh look, lo and behold, I found it. For all of you to enjoy, here we go. Welcome as we hear the Treeberry Memorial Library and proud to present If Samus Was Around. Enjoy. If Samus Was Around by Tuxedo Mark. Chapter 1, only chapter. Saturday, September 9th, 1989. You are there. It was a dark day in Videoland. For 7 years, Mother Brain's minions have laid siege on the Palace of Power. Weren't doing very good. All she had was a bunch of guards just laying around there going, oh, yo, Yoda. Through the monitor in Mother Brain's lair on Metroid, her brain-shaped asteroid, one could see the golden, brilliantly silent Palace of Power surrounded by evil troops. Oh, yo, Yoda. Many on the ground and many flying around. The troops were from all Metroid, Mother Brain's home base. Why were they not from Planet Seamies? I don't know. The show creators never played the game. Mother Brain's 2 principal lackeys were watching the troops' actions through the monitor. They were King Hippo, a blue, yellow-eyed, obese boxer, wearing only brown pants. And probably the second weakest opponent on all of Punch-Out. Yellow shoes, golden boxing gloves, and a silly crown. An eggplant wizard, a fat, one-eyed, purple-colored eggplant people sheep eater, with a short green stem on his head and a red cape. Ha ha! We're too strong for them! King Hippo, grinning, said to Eggplant Wizard. Eggplant Wizard smiled at his comrade, but then looked surprised as he turned around behind himself. Their leader, Mother Brain, was stretching out her tentacle to King Hippo's right foot. Less said about her appearance, the better. Yeah, did you see her in the game? She looks freaking awesome. Oh, you mean her Captain N form. Yeah, the less I can say about that, the better. Her green brain was oversized. It sealed in a bottle filled with necessary greenish fluid. Her yellow, evil eyes were set in her pink face, and she had 3 holes between the eyes and mouth. The largest hole in the center was where the nose should have been, and the other holes were flanked by it. Her mouth was quite human. The bottom of her face stretched inside her jaw. I suddenly remember who Captain N's Mother Brain reminds me of. Anybody want Doctor Who? You remember the last human? The woman with the very stretched face? The eyes were connected by a tentacle to the brain, and her face directly connected by 2 tentacles here, though. The cerebellum of her brain was connected to a spinal cord. The spinal cord is connected to the heart bone. The heart bone is connected to the dana, which went down to the bottom of her jaw and connected to the circuitry in the bottom. On the top of her jaw, on the left and right, were 2 passages for her 2 free tentacles, so she could grasp objects with her tentacles and fire electrical shots with them. For her powerful nervous system could control electricity with great ease. On the top of her jar, furthermore, were 3 metal objects she could use to fire more electricity. Suffice it to say, her face was human-like. No, really, I am so proud of that. Thank you so much for telling me. Oh, and if you guys hear any unusual noises, I would like to apologize. We're reading in a different location due to work. My apologies. She wrapped her tentacle around one of King Hippo's short legs and lifted to him. You! King Hippo cried, surprised. Who's too strong for them, King Hippo? Mother Brain asked in an intimidating manner as he dangled him in front of her. You're too strong for the Mother Brain. Mother Brain smiled evilly at his appropriate prompts. Eggplant Wizard snickered evilly under his breath. What's so funny, Eggplant Wizard? The Evil Brain asked. Eggplant Wizard looked around. Who, me? He asked instantly. Whoa! King Hippo cried as Mother Brain began moving him. Eggplant Wizard stared upwards as Mother Brain persisted King Hippo over him. Then she let the fat boxer go. Eggplant Wizard tried to run but got nowhere. Several vegetables popped out of him as King Hippo fell onto him, nearly crushed him. He pushed his head out from under and looked at Mother Brain. Nothing, Mother Brain, Eggplant Wizard said. Nothing's funny at all. Smiling nasally, Mother Brain stuck her tentacle in the jar. That's right, especially for those bull poles that the palace about. Won't be long before I, beautiful goddess that I am, become queen of Vineyardland. I would like to thank this fic for giving me a chance to voice Audrey 2. I would now like to mark that off of people I've longed to voice. As Mother Brain plots the palace's doom, the beautiful Princess Lana is filled with despair. Who is Lana anyway? Did they realize they didn't have enough princesses and decided to put her in? Why not put in Peach? It would make as much sense as all the other random characters they just throw in randomly. I'm like, gosh. Then again, why use Mother Brain at all as the main villain? I'm guessing they must have used a dartboard or something. Makes about as much sense as Feastar's victory. The body of the Palace of Power was slender, stretching high into the sky. The top was surrounded by many pods. The bottom was anchored securely to the ground. Golden Palace was beautiful and bright in the night. The ornate throne room possessed lavender carpeting, the golden throne lined with lavender fabric. 2 enormous, precious sea sails flanking the ivory throne circle was elevated above the rest of the floor, golden walls and floor. Lana, Princess Regent of Vineyardland, should be Peach, was sitting on the throne. Or maybe Athena. Face it, Simon Belmont, Mega Man, and Kid Icarus, the bravest defenders of Vineyardland. Kid Icarus was very short, pit, and blue-eyed, white wings, and head physically too large for the rest of his body. He had a Roman white toga, and sandals outfit. He also had gloves. Mega Man was a short android with a green body. No, he wasn't. A dark visor that showed his eyes. He was blue. And a face that was human in presence. He was human. Simon Belmont was tall, dark, and handsome. Okay, I'll give you that. He had a blue coat. No, he didn't. Gloves. No. Brown pants. No. Brown boots. No. Brown backpack. No. And goggles. No! All one would need for adventuring. Vampire hunting, on the other hand, you need bad-toast leather armor. He kept a whip on the left his belt whoops. His hair was blonde. No. Eyes were blue. No. Annoying. No. Self-centered. No. Most of the time. Princess Lana was very beautiful. Belly don't see! With green eyes, quite blazing brown hair. A small grounded golden crown, with a green emerald in the cellar. You know, I just thought about it. She does sound like what Peach looked like in the first Mega Man game. Why not use Peach? Adorned her head, and behind this, some hair had been made to shoot above it. She wore a pork going ear pendant on each ear, and she wore green emeralds on her neckband. Her dress was between red and pink with white shoulder covers. It was separated by the belly area all around her body. Hey, now we're talking! The bottom part covered little of her long legs. It was the longest on her right leg, where it went 3/4 of the way down on her knee. Well, on the left side, it barely extended down her leg. The part of her dress that covered her legs and rear was white. That went around her waist and covered her leg with the same red-pink, long blue boots, golden cuff ankles, set between 3/3 of her knees. On each arm near the wrist was a pink-red bracelet, each with a golden band near the wrist. Each golden band was a stunning emerald set in it. Suddenly, the front doors opened, and a person ran into the throne room. The person turned around, slammed the doors closed, few fire shots from her arc cannon, melting the lock and sealing the doors closed. The person turned around, removed her helmet. It turned out it was a gorgeous woman with long blonde hair. Braille! She looked to be in her early 20s. Who are you? You're kidding, right? The woman asked. Lana shook her head. Samus Aran! The woman replied. Famous bounty hunter. Yeah, I'm quite curious, Lana. How do you have Metroid but not know Samus? Then again, how could you make a Metroid character and not know Samus? Her name is on the back of the box. Her name is in the instruction booklet. Her freaking character is on the picture! How did you not know about Samus? Why? What do you want? Lana asked her. And how did you get into the palace? I short-circuited the locking mechanism, Samus replied. I'm amazed that the army outside hasn't figured out how to do it now. As for what I want, I heard a team had recently been formed to defeat Mother Brain. I want in on it. If you wish, welcome to the team. Samus Aran. Despite her beauty, Princess Leia was quite distressed at the moment. I'm afraid we can't hide out much longer. Could it be because all you're doing is standing around doing nothing? Samus suggested. Kid Icarus, your loyalty has never been diminished. Lana pushed a tuft of hair Kid Icarus' face. Kid Icarus wiped away a tear. Just doing your highness. Am I doing your highness, kid? No! No! You're not doing it. I'm not letting you do this. I love Pit way too much. Okay, I enjoy using him on Super Smash Bros. So no, I'm not going to insult Pit with the rest of this. So, thus, we're going to have him voiced by his original voice actor. I was just doing my duty. Do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do, he replied. Princess Lana knelt down and put her hands on Mega Man's shoulders. Mega Man, you fought bravely and well. Mega Man smiled at her. A pleasure to serve you, your worship, he told her, and bowed his head. Nope, not going to insult Mega Man either. Princess Lana turned to Simon Belmont. Simon, you have been our anchor in a long, terrible storm. I know! Hey! I have always been more of an Alucard fan than a Simon Belmont fan. No! Simon replied simply with pride, his eyes closed. I want to thank you all for your efforts, she said, with a trace of despair evident in her face and voice. So, you don't have armies? You don't have additional guns? I mean, at least Sally had an excuse. I only wish it didn't happen this way. With a sizzling electrical current, the lights dimmed and shone bright again. Lana gasped, and Simon took her in his arms. The voice of the ancient prophecy sounded throughout the room. Do not give up hope yet, princess. A light shone, and Lana gasped again. Simon turned to her and grinned. Lana looked at Simon, and then at Simon's arms. Simon, quit killing me! I will press charges. She pushed his arms away and went to the light. Where her face looked, Simon followed. All five went to the source of the light. The power glove. It's so bad. Boo! What was on a pedestal? It was here that the voice of the ancient prophecy was coming. There are powers beyond which those you are yet familiar. The Legend of Videoland tells of a young warrior. Is it going to be Link? Mario? Here, Simon smiled, licked his fingers, and with vanity, slicked his hair back. His name is Alucard, from another land, who shall warp into our world and lead you to victory. Here Simon shook his head, looked disgusted. He is Captain N, the Game Master. You know, for a guy who's said to be a Game Master, he can't really handle King Hippo. And also then says with a straight face, I've never been able to get past Cutman's level. I repeat, never get to Cutman's level. The easiest of the masters. Behold, the ultimate warp zone. The glove turned to bright, radiant energy, and it fixed itself into the ceiling, turning into a bright blue warp. I mean, my gosh, I'm a better game master than Kevin. I can get through Cutman's level. Seemingly, a normal 15-year-old, Kevin Keene, we're subscribing to the Marvel series' level of naming things, was a good student where gays are concerned. Tall and lean, though he did have a bit of strength. Quite honest most of the time, and, in most manners, well-behaved. His brown hair was a bit long, but not sloppily so. His brown eyebrows were expressive, as were his blue eyes. Anyone who knew him could use how deep he was feeling, what mood he was in. Like most late 20th century teenagers, he dressed quite informally. He wore a short-sleeved yellow shirt outside his blue jeans and had a white blanket sneakers. This is not how you describe a character, people! His jeans were too long for anyone to see his socks, normally. He had a jacket with white sleeves, white collar, red cuffs, red body, and black end on the outline of the left breast. Where did he get that thing, anyway? Kevin was in his messy room. Mother told him to clean him up, but he had not. Instead, he was playing a game of Punch-Out. He wasn't doing too well against King Hippo. How? But he didn't know why he wasn't playing so well tonight. Oh, well, that's an excuse. His dog, Duke, came to him with a zapper in his mouth. The dog was a lightly white brown with dark pads of fur on either side of his face. His ears were floppy and his tail was short, medium length. He was a medium size. He had a blue handkerchief over his collar. Amused, Kevin shook his head. Suddenly, the screen of his television changed. From the boxing ring to the throne room at Palace of Power. Whoa! He exclaimed in great surprise. Suddenly, the energy from the television reached out and grabbed him. He jumped out of his chair and tried to hold on to the curtains of his back room, but no avail. One of the bars slipped out of the wall, pulled into the television set, threw a warp to Videoland. His faithful dog, Duke, followed, despite the closely green figure that popped out after Kevin was pulled in. What was that thing, anyway? Anybody know? Kevin screamed as he fell through the warp passage. The warp turned more brightly, and Simon, Kid Icarus, Mega Man, Samus, and Lana turned to it. Whoop! Kevin and Duke emerged from the ultimate warp and landed on their bellies in front of Simon, Kid Icarus, and Mega Man. Ugh, how did we get here? Kevin asked. He looked up and saw the three people who were in front of him. Simon Belmont, Kid Icarus, Mega Man! Wow, you looked nothing like your original game players. Hey, no nostalgia crate joke stealing! Oh. Why not? We steal from like Kara every other day. As Kevin got up, Simon pulled him up to him. And you must be counted in. Ha 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 ha. Wait. Why are you actually using Simon's actual character for the show? Oh, very simple, Trixie. Blue Blood paid me $12. Duke got up. Kevin rubbed his eyes and smiled. You guys aren't real. He rubbed Simon's nose over his right into his face here. You just still make computer bites of my game cartridges. Simon, stop trying to figure out the logistics. I love the fact that you see Mega Man, Kid Icarus, Pit, and Simon freaking Belmont in front of you. You know what I would do if I saw that? Cheer, and then want to go on an adventure with those three. Then ask where Sonic and Mario are. And then pull out the Master Sword. He even pulled back his finger before Simon snapped his teeth. Whoa, they're real! He tried to look down at Duke, looked back down and whined in a low voice with his forehead paws on his hand. Oh. Looks like the Ultimate War brought us the ultimate wimp, Simon said nastily. You are so black. I'm not black, you're black! Ah! Try that again. Try stealing another freaking nostalgic crate joke and Trixie will beat you. Kevin looked at Samus. Who are you? Samus Aran, Samus replied. Don't tell me you never played a game starring me. Kevin didn't know what to say. Well, Samus, you're a girl. You got cooties. And everybody knows game players don't like playing video games with strong females. Why do you think Other Ed did well? Princess Lana had a worried look on her face, so he tried to bash as much as he could. She knew the right look might lure this guy to her. She hated to think of herself that egotistically. No, do it! But she had to do whatever she could do to help Videoland. And this guy could help him. She had to do whatever she could to get him to help. The ultimate warp would not have brought him if he could not. I'm Princess Lana, she said. Kevin turned to face her. His eyes widened involuntarily. He looked over her whole body, and that was beautiful enough. But what got him most were her beautiful eyes. She could tell that she was a beautiful person, and something compelled him to get to know her. I'm in love, he said quietly to himself, eyes still open. He smiled and blushed. I'm Kevin. Duke looked up at his human master, with a noise of disapproval, shook his head. Where am I? Why, you're in Videoland, Lana said. She pointed at the Ultimate Warp. Ultimate Warp Zone brought you here. Oh, sure, like he knows what Videoland and the Ultimate Warp Zone are, Samus said. Hey, why is this universe called Videoland anyway? Samus, the idiot could barely tell who you were. I don't know how he is supposed to expect it to know. Kevin was perplexed. You mean like the Warp Zone in Super Mario Brothers? First off, no. Second of all, no. Third of all, no. Fourth of all, shut up. Something like that, Lana replied. Huh? Samus asked, do you know what he's talking about? How do you know that? I'm a Samus! Legend foretold of you coming here to help restore freedom to our world. That's why I gave you that power pad and zapper. Now only available, $9.95. Pointing at them, Kevin looked at his waist. He now had a belt with a super power pad in the center and a holster for the zapper on the side. Kevin, don't you realize what you are? You're now a Kamen Rider! The power pad was in the shape of the NES control pad, with a cross pad on the left and 2 red buttons on the right. On the top of the pad was a series of 8 bright green dots, indicated by the power level. They could darken from left to path as the power pad was used. Thank you for telling me this. Have you ever heard of Show Don't Tell? Kim was fussy growing. Me? Restore video to Videoland? Hey, I don't even have my driver's license yet, he said. And then he took out the sapper. And this is just a toy. Carelessly, he pulled the trigger, knowing nothing would happen. By his surprise, a blue laser beam shot out and hit Simon. Woohoo! He was moving the thing upwards, so the beam went up, destroying the chain holding one of the seashells. The seashell fell and almost hit Pitt, who fell into Mega Man's arms. I would do a yaoi joke, but I'm not that crass. Smelled the pieces upon hitting the floor. Simon propped his head and growled at Kevin. Why do you have giant seashells hanging from the ceiling? Samus asked. This can't be happening to me. Irate, Pitt went over to Kevin and grabbed him by the collar. Sure it is, Kevin. It's happening to all of us. He released Kevin. What is? Samus asked. Being pulled into another universe? If you cannot help us, Lana told him with growing despair, Mother Brain will conquer all of Videoland, and our freedom will be lost forever. And yet, when on one of the episodes, when you guys had the perfect opportunity to destroy Mother Brain forever and regain your freedom, you did not take it and let her run! Why do I have a feeling that Lord T-Rex attacked you guys, you would let him go? Kevin's common sense won out in this. He didn't see why he had to do anything for these people. So what if they were his favorite video game characters? Hey, Samus, they weren't real. They had probably just fallen asleep and was dreaming. So you take advantage of your dream and live the high life. Even if he was not dreaming, even if they were real, he still owed nothing to them, except hours upon hours of entertainment. Little did he realize his importance in this kingdom. Hey, you got the wrong guy, he informed him coldly. I'm going home. He turned back to the warp and motioned for Duke to follow. Come on, Duke. The warp disappeared just before he got to the wall. Fail! So he walked right smack into the wall and fell onto his back. Oh! Ho 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 ho! Simon laughed. He put his hand on his back gently. Don't worry, Princess. I'll save Videoland. Weren't you trying to do that later? You guys were pretty much on the verge of giving up just 5 seconds ago. He smiled sweetly at her, but this did little to console her. Lana closed her eyes and began to cry. She turned, and Simon ran away and ran to a lift platform. Looked her to the floor where her friend was. Your cuteness, wait! He ran out to catch her. Kid Icarus and Mega Man turned to Kevin, angry at him. You were her only hope, but you let her down. Kid Icarus snapped. He flew away. You get a low score for this game, Mega Man snapped. He left and caught up with his friend, Pitt. Kevin and Samus were standing there. Sure, just leave us here, Samus called after him. Why did I bother joining this team? You all ignore me anyway. It's like I'm not even here. True, Samus made several comments, and you guys didn't react at all. It was like this fic is kind of lying to me. In the luxurious room, Lana sat in front of her mirror. She took the videos of her father, Charles, who was king of Videoland and had been ruler until Mother Brain banished him away to some other land. And thus, since he did not feel worthy of the title queen, she would not take the throne. Not to mention, her fear of being overtaken stopped her from taking the throne or laying claim to it. Sorry, I love adding that type of thing. Oh, Father, the lesson has failed us. Maybe if you stop taking myths and stories from the freaking Power Glove! The one it's brought is not just strong enough to meet the challenge. The lights dim again. I've tried to lead our people since you disappeared, but I've failed you. The evil Mother Brain and her lackeys were watching these events on her monitor in her lair on Metroid. Mother Brain said. She turned from her screen to two moronic servants, but she was speaking more to herself than to them. This is not too bad! The ultimate watchstone has straightened the palace's power, giving me a perfect opportunity to strike a fatal blow at the heart of Videoland! Ha ha ha! She now addressed the fools. I have a job for you! Eggplant Wizard immediately switched to butter up mode. Anything you desire, my sweet potato! Sweet potatoes on a fruit? They're a tuber! He bowed greatly. Not you, Eggplant Wizard! King Hippo! Eggplant Wizard got on his fat belly and pounded the floor with his arms as he tried to do his feet. But his belly was too large and his legs were short. No fair! It's my turn! You got to do your last evil deed! Mother Brain took him by the neck with her right tentacle. Let me tell you why! She said in a medium volume. She began squeezing his neck a little and began struggling somewhat. Because you messed up last time, you incompetent festival! She shouted. Then she tossed him across the room. He popped Festivals behind and flew into the wall. She turned to King Hippo and addressed him more kindly. King Hippo, go to the palace and punch out the defenses. Then, kidnap the princess and bring her to me! King Hippo, been watching the interchange between Mother Brain and Eggplant Wizard, and prompted him to do his best to obey her. Don't worry, you disgustingness. I'll be right back with that chick before you can give me a 10 count. Get it? Because he's from Punch Out? F you. You know, I never got that when it comes to bad guys. Why do they keep using it? Darn it, I'm an English major. You think I would know what it is that when you add the S to it. Adjectives always do a disgustingness. I mean, unless they are like carrion knights, then it really makes no sense. Eggplant Wizard got up. Yes, you centipede-ness! He turned on the floor and spread up his little feet. Yes, 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 yes! He ran out to King Hippo, leaving Festivals behind. Mother Brain to their monitor, which again showed her troops around the Palace of Power. Without the princess to lead them, it won't be long before all those video worlds fall under my control! The wicked cerebral cortex said, Then I'll be the beautiful queen of Fairyland! She laughed maniacally. In the target palace room of the Palace of Power, Pit flew over to Simon and Mega Man. Poor princess. Pit said with concern, She's very much upset. Mega Man was equally concerned. He turned to Simon. We gotta cheer her up. Simon cracked his whip. The tip of which combed his hair for him. He got his portable mirror and looked at himself egotistically. Don't fret your little Mega Mind. There's only one person who can cheer up the princess, and I'm looking at him. He put his lift away, twirled his mirror, and put it away. Let's see. There should be a lift around here somewhere. He located the correct lift. There it is. He stood on it. Am I the only one who's a little bit disturbed that everybody also agrees that they are game characters? I mean, that kind of worries me. In the throne room, Kevin was sitting on the throne, talking to his sheer pet. There's gotta be some way out of this crazy world. Duke made a whiny noise. Come on, Duke. That princess got into this mess. No, she didn't. She just said the ultimate warp zone did. Maybe she could get us out. Wow, what a hero. Kevin got up and went to find Princess Lana's room. I mean, maybe if there was this huge, gigantic battle that he saw and that scared him, I could understand. But, nope. Kevin just gets told by iconic video game characters that he's the ultimate chosen one, and instead of going off to battle and save the day, he goes, nope, F this, I'm out. King Plant Hippo and Eggplant Wizard arrived on the floor in Palace of Power, which was, unfortunately, where the princess's room was. King Hippo was smashing down walls to make their way through the palace. The obese boxer arrived in the hall with many rooms. He turned and saw Simon approaching while whistling, then ducked back into the wall. Eggplant Wizard stepped up blindly to the hallway. How do we know which door leads us to the princess? King Hippo grabbed him by the cape and pulled him out of the hall. Ah! King Hippo watched when Simon was walking by, whistling, his eyes closed to Princess Lana's room. Ha ha! Simple! The boxer laughed. Simon will lead us to her. Simon walked straight into the door into Lana's room and knocked. You, Princess Darling. It's me, Simon Belmont. The quote, the critic, how did you really get such a vain, pompous, dang near gay stereotype character from a guy wearing leather and using a whip? No, I'm not going to saying anything because leather armor is actually used in medieval times. Put his ear to the door. Just a minute. Lana's voice snapped in irritation. Simon smiled at himself. King Hippo sneaked up behind Simon with a large bag and bagged the vampire hunter. Tied him up. Eggplant Wizard muttered, not understanding what King Hippo was going to do. King Hippo took Simon to a warp chute that led to another section of the palace. The boxer laughed.
Yes, so warp him out there for a while.
He forced Simon into a field position, tossed him into a chute, and rubbed his hands. Eggplant Wizard smiled at what his comrade had done. The warp barked. King Hippo thought it was Eggplant Wizard had done so. He bonked Eggplant Wizard in the head.
Excuse yourself, you pig!
The two ran back to the door to Lana's room and flanked it. Shh! King Hippo said. Eggplant Wizard's eyes narrowed, so he was making a offensive smile. The doors opened from the inside, and Lana emerged. Okay, Simon, what are you? The instant Lana discovered something was wrong, King Hippo grabbed her and silenced her by holding his gloves over her mouth. She struggled against his grasp, but to no avail. King Hippo dragged her back into the room. An Eggplant Wizard entered and closed the door to assist in packaging the princess. Seconds later, Kevin arrived to knock on the door. Hey, Your Highness? He heard her humming from inside. Not again. It's me, Kevin. I need to talk to you. Within, King Hippo and Eggplant Wizard were wrapping up Lana in a heavy carpet.
Quick, think of something!
King Hippo said quietly. Me? Eggplant Wizard asked quietly. I'm just an uncabinet vegetable. Is everything alright in there? Kevin's voice asked. King Hippo said.
Yes, everything's fine, thank you.
He finished in a falsetto voice. Can I come in? No, Kevin, you are stupid, aren't you?
No.
Hippo continued in falsetto.
No, go away. I'm not decent.
Eggplant Wizard was holding the princess. You could say that again, he said quietly.
Put down,
King Hippo snapped. Eggplant Wizard dropped Lana, and, with his hands at his ears, he struck out his dark green tongue at King Hippo, who looked away at the door. Kevin was very suspicious. It was not his nature, but he definitely knew something was wrong. He drew his scepter. Something's funny going on here, Duke. He vaporized the door with the zapper and ran into the room.
I hope you have it, such!
King Hippo and Eggplant Wizard were ready to take away the princess. Princess Lana! You recognized the two fans. Eggplant Wizard and keep her down. King Hippo, put her down.
Whatever you say,
King Hippo laughed. He and Eggplant Wizard tossed the wrapped up princess at Kevin and knocked him onto his back. Whoa! Growling, Duke pulled at the shoestring on King Hippo's left shoe.
Hey, get away, bud! Get off!
Duke popped the shoestring. King Hippo struggled, caused him to fall back during a gasp and onto Eggplant Wizard, calling more vegetables to pop out his companion. Oof! Eggplant Wizard cried, Get off me! Lana was still struggling. Cut it out! He uncovered. It's me! For Kevin! She was relieved to see him. Eggplant Wizard reached behind himself and pulled Fezzies out. Lana saw this. Kevin! Look out! Eggplant Wizard juggled the Fezzies, and then tossed a lethal tomato at Kevin. Kevin pressed left on his new power pad, and zipped to his right. The tomato popped harshly on the wall. So, left is super speed, pause is time stop, and up is around. What are the other two? Dang it, has anybody ever tried to figure out what the A and B buttons do? Banana pistol holster was on himself near the waist. If you think you're so good, human, try it out on me. Anytime you're ready, Kevin said, accepting the challenge. He reached down to the zapper. Eggplant Wizard to the banana pistol. They watched each other closely. Kevin's eyes narrowed slowly. Then Eggplant Wizard's quickly. Then, hey! The villains dragged Lana away. Kevin! Help! Duke peeled the banana and freed Kevin, who popped out with his zapper ray. That's it! You guys are toast! He looked around. Eggplant Wizard, King Hippo, and Princess Lana were no one in sight. Lana! Oh no, she's gone! Kevin and Duke left the bedroom and looked down the hallway. Princess! Come on, Duke! So, world in trouble. Entire planet's in danger. I want to run away. Chances of getting laid, getting taken away. I'm charging into battle.
Our hero, ladies and gentlemen!
Pit and Mega Man were barricading a door from the outside. Some other Brains minions could not get in. Samus walked over to them. What the fuck are you doing? Barricading the door, Kid Icarus said. Yeah, I'm sure that furniture is going to cave out hundreds, if not thousands of soldiers. Where are the other soldiers? Samus asked sarcastically. Hey, Samus! I'm doing the sarcastic quips in this fic. Kevin Duke arrived. Kid Icarus! Mega Man! Samus! That's Pet, you dork! We gotta find the princess! Kevin cried. Kid Icarus gave Kevin the thumbs up with his right hand. Don't worry about us. She's safe with Simon. He heard Simon scream approaching. A warp opened above the door and dumped the sack with Simon onto the floor. After hanging on the floor with a loud thud, Simon popped his head out of the bag. Simon! The princess has been kidnapped! Kevin exclaimed. If we don't find her, I may never be able to get back home! Oh! Okay. I see. Selfish twit! The princess probably has never even heard of this prophecy until just a short while ago, Samus told him. Even if she has, what does it matter? Just ask whatever the fuck that is to send you home! Simon deep-bagged himself. Oh my. We'll start searching immediately, Kid Icarus said. Doo-doo. Seriously, every time. Simon grabbed him. Not so fast, Simon said. He held Pit facing him. As the highest-ranking officer of Her Highness's court, not to mention her dearest friend. So, you're a royal guard? Are they royal guards? Where are the other soldiers? Who runs this thing? I shall give the orders. He put his foot on the left box. Legerman, shine my shoes. Kid Icarus, I can use a little trim, not too much at the top. What the fuck? Samus asked. The princess has been kidnapped. Stop wasting time! Let's go get her! Simon smiled, his eyes closed, ignoring Samus, as Mega Man very, very rapidly shined his boot. Soon, Simon smelled smoke and looked down at his boot. It was just so hot it was red. How's this for a shine? Mega Man asked. Yo! Simon cried, holding his left foot, looked about the room in pain. Pit took his rain arrow and caused it to shower over Simon. After being down, Simon was not amused. He stormed over to Pit and Mega Man, and he probably started arguing with the two of them. He accused them, while they both accused him. Hit the pause, guys! Kevin said. On his power pad, he pressed one of the two rectangular buttons that was closer to the cross pad. This shows the three Fighting Again team members and Samus. No wonder Video Land is losing the war. These guys are just fighting themselves. We've got to rescue the princess. He hit the same button again and unfroze the floor. Hey, Kevin, guys, get more soldiers! Can't believe I have to tell people this. Samus frowned at Kevin. I don't enjoy being frozen in place. Kevin ignored her. Simon, get me a map of Video Land. Simon walked over to Kevin, put his right hand on Kevin's left shoulder. Simon Belmont takes orders from only one person. He indicated himself with the right of his thumb. Ahem. Simon Belmont, I'll lead us to the fair princess, but first I need a map. He removed a metallic cylinder from his backpack. The cylinder grew to a map on legs. Whoever attempted the princess is obviously taking her back to Mother Brain on Zebus. He pointed to a loop on the right side of the map, near a blue circle called M. There's a warp zone right here that'll take us directly to her. No, it won't! I beg your pardon, Simon demanded indignantly. Look, I've played this game 100 times. What? How? Why? What game? How's this a game? What? There are no words in Metroid. Ah! This cartoon blows. This is the warped Metroid. Wrong warp brain. It's this one, Simon said egotistically, pointing to the loop he'd been indicating. No way! Simon smiled insinuatingly. Tell you what, I'll flip you for it. He removed the coin from his pocket. Heads we go my way, tails we go yours. I've got a better idea, Samus told him. Kevin picked the right warp. It leads to Metroid. I know. Shut up and follow me. Hey, you're not a leader, Simon yelled at her. Maybe not, but I know what the fuck I'm doing! Samus yelled back. If you don't want to follow me, then I'll rescue the princess myself and convince her to kick you off this team! Simon gritted his teeth. Fine! Samus walked off into a warp, and Kevin, Duke, Simon, Mega Man, and Pit followed her. Mother's Brain's lair in Metroid. King Hippo, an eggplant wizard, held Lana steady in front of Mother Brain. You know, if he's a virgin, and these are tentacles... Don't finish that sentence! What? All I'm saying is that we could turn her into a Kuro-sensei. I'm sorry, but unfortunately I prefer to be one of a kind. You won't get away with this, Mother Brain! Lana warned, my warriors will rescue me. Of course, my little princess! Just like to rescue your father! Mother Brain laughed. Now that you're both out of the way, Video Lab will soon be mine! Mother Brain opened a sucking warp above Lana. Hippo and Eggplant Wizard released the princess. She was screaming out to the tallest tower on Metroid. Why are there always the tall towers? The trapdoor closed beneath her, and she landed on it. Suddenly, a door opened, and a large monster with spikes on its back emerged from his staff to guard her. Lana gasped. She went to the bar window. You'll pay for this, Mother Brain. Princess Lana looked despondently from her power prison. Then, as her hope was fading, she noticed Kevin, Samus, Simon, Mega Man, Pit, and Duke approaching the tower. She gasped. Thanks! Kevin praised Samus. Don't thank me yet, Simon said. No end to his conceit. I still have to rescue the princess. Speaking of Her Highness. Pit looked. Look! He pointed out to the tower, where Lana was waiting for the heroes. Simon said dreamily. Just like in the fairy tales, the handsome hero will rescue the fair princess from the impenetrable tower. You know, guys, if you really had to pick somebody for the cliched of the complainer is always wrong trope, why not Mega Man? He's young, brass, and impulsive. You could get him. Why not get him? Why not do him? Kevin was unimpressed. Simon, he said worriedly, we've got to do this as a team, remember? He, Duke, Samus, Pit, and Mega Man moved towards the tower. A team, of course. He spread some mouth brain into his mouth, but as the others moved towards the tower, Simon stuck out to a well. Sorry, Captain Nuisance, but no one's will come between Princess Lana and her loving Simon Belmont. This warp zone would take me straight into her arms. Do you think if these guys saw Contra, they would make them parodies of Sly Stallone and Arnold? Just thinking. It was only after he jumped in you realized that this was not a warp. Oh! He cried as he fell into the water. The group neared the tower. Mega Man, give me a hand, Kevin instructed. That looks like an opening. He put one foot into Mega Man's hands, and Mega Man propelled him upwards at a high speed. He soared through the air. Kevin screamed. He fell to the roof of the tower and landed on and squashed Lana's guard into video dust. Fail! Princess! Lana turned toward him and smiled delight. Steve ran to him, and they embraced each other. I thought you didn't want to have anything to do with Videoland, she said. I'm sorry I didn't take it seriously before. I couldn't believe that this was real. How did you come to that conclusion? Why? How? What proved it to you? What showed it to you? Headache coming. She shook her head as they released each other. Oh, it is I who should apologize to you. Samus, Mega Man, Pit, and Duke broke into the room. Don't worry about it, Princess, Kevin said. Suddenly, the group had shut tight. Lana gasped. Huh? Kevin yelled in surprise, looking at the door. Mega Man struggled to open it again, but no avail. He shrugged. We're locked in. Then, the hologram of the ugliest being in Videoland appeared to them. So, this is what the ultimate warp zone is sent to defeat me, huh? She asked, addressing Captain N. He was instantly angry for all she had put Lana and Videoland through. We'll just see how good you are when you try to survive the corridors of Metroid! Unfortunately, Kevin, Lana, Samus, and Duke were all perfectly persistent about the trapdoor. It opened, and dumped the four into the center of Metroid. They landed prostrate. Kevin looked up and gasped as the monster dove down toward them. He ducked as the monster flew over, but when he returned, he saw it was Zapper Blast. The four got up and ran so far away. They climbed up to the platform's higher level, and he blasted the filing monster that came after them. Then, two ugly blue critters chased them all around. They confused the pair of monsters into falling into the lava, where they leapt across the moving platforms. As they were running, a fireball came after them. They went to another series of platforms and went down. They evaded the ball. Kevin blasted another flying thing at them. Finally, the four of them arrived at the door. Kevin twirled his zapper and sawed a hole in the door. They all made it through. We made it! We made it through! He exclaimed. Mother Brain, Lana cried, seeing the evil brain and two of her minions. The Metroids were nowhere to be seen. No problem, Kevin said with confidence. He aimed to try to fire, but no beam emerged from the zapper. Huh? You're down to power pad. Oh, I'm out of power! How do you run out of power on that thing? Why do you run out of power on that thing? Where's the power source? Where's the power source? How does it power up? Who wrote this bull crud? Mother Brain was sarcastically happy about the situation. You're on time, too! What even alone could never defeat me! She laughed quite maniacally. Suddenly, something burst on the ceiling, and Simon swung down, landing on the floor. Maybe not alone, Mother Brain, but we can defeat you as a team, he announced heroically. Time out. Simon, what did you learn to convince you to team up with Kevin? How did you change from point A to point B? How did you go from hating him to... I would love to see this character arc of yours. I just don't. Then Mega Man burst a hole in the wall as he entered, followed by Pit. Mother Brain was unpleasantly surprised to see the entire N team assemble toward her. Get them! She commanded her minions. Aimfly and Hippo moved towards the N team. Simon slung his whip at the Imbeciles, but Hippo grabbed the end. The Voxer exclaimed. What you gonna do now, dude? Oh, I'm not going to do anything, Simon declared. But my whip is going to whop you. Simon's live whip tied up King Hippo, an eggplant wizard, who was screaming to be let out. Why is it alive? King Hippo fell into the wizard, causing the vegetables to pop out. Oh, brother! Mother Brain said, dismayed at her idiot's utter lack of intelligence. She turned to the team and grinned wickedly. I'll deal with you myself! Pit flew up to her, firing an arrow at her, causing her to spin uncontrollably. Oh no! Her jar was now a blur, literally fired everywhere. Quick! Into the warp zone! Kevin said, nosing a warp-bound Metroid. It's too dangerous to finish her off! What? It's too dangerous to finish her off! Samus? I think you have my opinion. What? Samus asked in surprise. I can shoot her a few times and kill her off! I've got a freaking arm cannon! I've got missiles! I can do anything to her! No, Samus, Lana told her. Into the warp! Why? No. I'm with Samus on this! Why? Look, here's the difference between something like Mother Brain and Skeletor. Why it's okay for Skeletor to keep coming back and why you need to take out Mother Brain. Mother Brain is a dictator! She has you enslaved! You can't just go, well, we'll get her next time. Ha 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 ha! You can't say that, because next time she'll be busy torturing slaves, murdering slaves, and doing who knows what! You can't just say, I'll let her go. No! You can't! You can't do that! You do that, more people are going to die! But I know what you're thinking. But on Voltron, they said they don't start fights, they stop them. Well, sorry, but that was stupid on Voltron too. They should have been attacking, but instead, the slaves kept getting worse and worse, and they did nothing! Gods! You better stop me this time, princess, or next time I'll be stronger than ever! Mother Brain vowed. Her voice was now high, squeaky, twice as fast, due to the spinning. Oh my god, she's going to have her body! So will we, Mother Brain, Lana vowed. So will we. Later, at the Palace of Power. At the palace, Kevin, Samus, Lana, Mega Man, Pit, and Duke went into the throne room. What happened to Mother Brain's huge army? Samus asked. Huh? You know. The one that was laying siege to your home for the past 7 years? Samus asked. What happened to it? Where did it go? Kevin did it. So, did Kevin finally follow the good advice and paused it and worked in and shot him? I'm awesome. Okay, that's it! Oh no, Trixie, I'm sorry! I went down, ow! Ouch! Kevin didn't do a fucking thing! Samus disputed. All he did was get us a Metroid. Pit caused Mother Brain to stop spinning around really fast. Why she even had a device allowing that to happen, I have no clue. Anyway, how does that translate to Mother Brain's army disappearing? Did they all get bored and leave? Let's not dwell on such things, Lana told her. Let's just accept our good fortune. Lana sat on her throne and addressed Kevin. Unless it may have right after all about you, Captain N. Kevin smiled. Yeah, well, I was just lucky, I guess, he said, underestimating his abilities. That's true, Samus said. The warp zone brings out a teenager here, and we're supposed to believe he's the chosen one? Please! How do we know he's a good warrior, or even a good athlete? He just sits around and plays video games. Personally, I wasn't lucky at all, Simon said. No, it was skill and razor-sharp timing that allowed me to rescue you and save Videoland from that evil. How? I'll put her hand over her mouth to prevent him from finishing. Thank you, Simon, she interrupted and stood to face Kevin. We're indebted to you, and the rest of you as well. Duke barked. She rubbed his head. You too, Duke. She turned to Kevin. As for you, you may have helped me win the battle, but the war is far from over. Especially if you have opportunities to kill your opponent and you decide to let him go. Do you think if they did that with Hitler, people would understand? You will stay and help defend Videoland, won't you? Kevin added a remorseful look. Sorry, Your Highness, but I gotta get back to my world. Our heroes, ladies and gentlemen! Duke barked and nodded in agreement. Lana was saddened by this decision, but he agreed. They returned to the ultimate warp. The warp opened as the group approached. Simon was eager to get rid of Kevin. Yes, well, it's very nice of you to drop by, he said, waving goodbye. Do come back and visit you soon, say in 20 years. Kevin turned back for one final look at the group and returned to the warp. About to press through when, Kevin, his mother called scoldingly, you better not be playing that foolish game. You have homework to do, and don't forget to take out the trash. Kevin's look betrayed quite easily. Did not want to go back and face those unpleasant chores. But no one could read it because no one was facing him. He backed away from the warp. Second thought, he said. I guess I could stay a little longer. Lana came up to him. Our hero, ladies and gentlemen! He looked back to her over his left shoulder, kissed him on the left cheek. Simon gasped, horrified. Let's face it, I'm hooked. Kevin twirled his zapper and fired it off towards an unimportant part of the building. I thought you were out of power, Samus said. Okay, let's get this place cleaned up. Don't you have servants? Samus asked. No, Lana replied. They ran away. Kevin, you'll fuck with Simon. Why? Samus asked. They hate each other. There are who knows how many rooms in this fucking place. Fine, Samus, you pick a room you like, Lana told her. And please don't say the F word. The F word? Samus asked. Yes, Lana said. You don't swear. You're a bunch of sissies, Samus told her. Or not, Kevin countered. Samus sighed. Why did I bother coming here? Good question, Samus. Good question. And for that, we're going to go into the review. This fic confuses me. I say confuses me in a couple of ways. For one thing, this fic is called What If Samus Was There? But did you notice the problem with this? Did you notice the problem with most of this story? For a fic that called If Samus Was Around, Samus wasn't around! Oh, sure, she popped up from time to time and commented on the stupidity of the End Team, but after she made a snarky comment or an insult, boom, she disappeared and left, leaving me to basically read to you the entire excerpt of Captain Ed the Game Master abridged, only without as many funny parodies of the stuff, and only without video. Wait. This just makes me realize I finally did my first abridged series! Woo! Yay me! Anyway. Also, Samus barely interacts with the End Team. Oh, sure, she comments on them, but she barely does anything else. I mean, it would have been nice if she punched Kevin, or she punched Simon, or booted Mega Man through a window after hearing his voice, or, blew King Hippo away. Something! But no. We got nothing. This just felt like What If Samus was a river, and not What If Samus was there. The only time anything from the video changed was when she decided to use the ultimate warp. That was it. Personally, if you're going to give me a story called What If Samus Was There, I want Samus to be there. Go ahead. Change the world. Change the personalities. Have Samus be smarter than everybody else. Change the events of the storyline, like what you did with the Warp Zone. And if you want, have Samus be a big Gary Stew and ruin most of the plots. This show needs it. Or have Samus fail in some way that causes her to have to not do the obvious and kill Mother Brain. Heck, I was with Samus on this. I think That's enough. And so thus, a lot of my problems with the fic, other than the paragraph spacing, the grammar, the formatting, and the fact that there was too many descriptions, I think I would have liked if I think a lot of my problems from the fic came from the show itself. And I know Doug and Rob said on their Real Thoughts that this was their childhood. Well, this was kind of my childhood too. And do you know what I did every time I saw this pop up? Oh, gross! Captain N! Somebody Legend of Zelda! Yeah, as a kid, I did not like Captain N. I thought he was stupid and a moron. I did not like what he did to Mega Man, one of my favorite games. And I felt like the entire show was just stupid. Like, I was smarter than him, and I could do better. Every time I watched it, I would take my little zapper and pretend to actually do something. While Kevin just goes, die. Heck, I only got excited when the Legend of Zelda cartoon came up. Yes, I used to like the Legend of Zelda cartoon. Shut up. It was so rare that I forgot just the stupidity of it. But anyway, Captain N was also just really low in quality. If you want to hear more of my thoughts, go watch the Nostalgia Critics' review. But for me, there's a lot to hate about the whole entire show in general. Not to mention, this fic does little to try to fix that. It just gives us the episode. And as I've said a few times, if I want to see the episode, I'll go and watch the episode. I do not read fics for this. But does that make it a bad fic because of the episode? Or does that make it a bad fic because it fails of what to do? I think it makes it a bad fic in the fact that it fails to do what it was sent out to do. It doesn't change anything. It just gives us this world. It's like, what if we did a pony fic of, what if Sunset was in Ne'er-Do-Well? And all Sunset did was just comment on the main six and comment on Rainbow Dash. Or what if Sunset was in the Caroline wedding with Trixie? And all Trixie and Sunset did was just comment on the characters' actions. Or what if Sunset was in... I'm sorry, I'm holding a Sunset Plus. Isn't she adorable? Anyway. So, there's really nothing. It's like if we did the Ludiverse and all we did was just put Trixie alongside Twilight and did nothing else. So in short, pass. And again, I apologize for not being able to do 3 News Senshi. I had some problems in cleaning up at home. But I promise you, tomorrow, next week, I will do 3 News Senshi. That was one down, fastest more to go. See you then.